Hey everyone, welcome to Rethink Health. My name is Daniel, and today on this video we're going to talk about Nutella. What is it? Is it healthy for you? Should you eat it? Coming up next on Rethink Health. Hey everyone, welcome to Rethink Health. My name is Daniel, and on this channel, I teach and promote how you can live and what you can eat that leads to a healthy lifestyle for the whole family today. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button. If you're listening to it on the podcast form, whatever platform you're on, please give it a rating and a review. That would help a lot. Thank you. So let's get right into the content. What is Nutella? Nutella is this wonderful thing we have today. Wonderful hazelnut chocolate dessert. They're actually trying to market it as a breakfast spread now to maybe get that more healthy feel, because they say that it has simple, natural ingredients, and maybe it does. We'll find out. So it's interesting to find out that Nutella actually started in the Second World War when there was an Italian baker who, there was a shortage of chocolate or whatever, so he started mixing hazelnuts with the chocolate to kind of make it last. So that's pretty interesting. So that's kind of where it started and is taken off and become very popular because it tastes very good. So let's get into what is Nutella first. What is in it? What are the ingredients? And when we're going to buy a product, when we are going to eat something that's in a jar, in a can, whatever, we always want to look at the label and to see what is actually in it, because you never know. And you could have almonds and, well, I think it's just almonds, but there could be more ingredients in it than just almonds. So what did they add to it? So the first ingredient on it is sugar, and they always start with the ingredient that is in it the most first, then go to the last, which is the least ingredient in the product. So we know it's a lot of sugar. And it doesn't say it's natural, it doesn't say organic, doesn't say not cane sugar or whatever, it just says sugar. So what we most likely have in this is processed refined sugar, which is very bad for our body. So then you have sunflower oil, this one does, or some have palm oil, which comes from the fruit of the oil from the palm tree. So it kind of gives it this texture and, that smooth spread ability that it has. And then it has hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are healthy. They have a lot of good minerals in them. But I don't think there's actually a lot of hazelnuts in it. Then cocoa. Again, cocoa is from the cacao bean, but it's processed, refined, it has added ingredients to it. So it's not healthy. It's not really, there's no real nutrients left in it. It's not healthy. Then skim milk. So what they would probably do is take skim milk, which is take all the fat out of the milk, and then they would dry it into a powder and put it in here. Then some of them have whey and cocoa butter, coconut oil. I've seen in other ones they have vanilla, which is an is a synthetic vanilla as well, and like artificial flavor. Yeah, that's obviously not good for you as well. So it does have some good ingredients, right? Like the hazelnuts. I mean, the milk isn't that bad. Palm oil isn't that bad. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients, which is good, and is where they can make that simple, natural claim. So let's just take a minute to talk about the sugar in it. The sugar, it says in it that it has, so it's per 2 tablespoons. So per 2 tablespoons, it has 20 grams of sugar. And I've seen some have 21 or 22 grams of sugar. And then 200 calories. So that's just that's like 2 spoonfuls of it. Like that's not a lot. When you eat Nutella, I'm sure you have more than 2 spoonfuls at a time if you have a serving of Nutella. Anyways, if you just have 2 or even 1, that's half of the recommended daily amount that you're supposed to have of added sugar. So we know there's a lot of sugar in it. It's the first ingredient on it, and it's also it's the primary ingredient, and I've read that it is about 57% of the weight. It does have a few ingredients like calcium, iron. There's small amounts, probably mostly from the hazelnuts itself, but very small, and obviously a lot of calories too per tablespoon. Like for 2 tablespoons is 200 calories. So is it healthy for you? So I would say no. Even though it claims to have simple and natural ingredients, the amount of sugar and calories in it is very dangerous for your health, and limiting foods that are high in added sugar is critical for the health of your cells. In fact, like the American Heart Association, and there's others that kind of say that the recommended amount of sugar, added sugar, which is not sugar from fruits and vegetables, it's that's natural sugar, but this is added sugar that's probably been processed, refined, synthetic ingredients added. It's about where I found around 40 to 50 grams. Between that is the amount that is safe to use, to eat. That's for a male, so there's less for children and women. And consuming a lot of sugar is linked to a lot of chronic diseases like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, liver disease, cognitive decline, and some other types of cancers. Childhood obesity is just on the rise, right? And a lot of it to do is with processed foods and sugar. And just to compare it to other nut butters, like it shouldn't be a substitute for other nut butters. Like there's a lot better options out there, like almond butter, for instance. Almond butter has only 1 gram of sugar per 2 tablespoons compared to 20 to 22 grams in Nutella. It's full of healthy minerals like magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, folate, iron, potassium, magnesium, zinc. Almond butter is great for you. So there's other options that you can use as spread for your breakfast or dessert or whatever. Should you eat Nutella? It should be eaten as a treat, not as a breakfast option or a healthy spread. It should be a dessert or a treat. I love Nutella and we love it here, but it is a treat, and I have to be really careful because it wrecks my bowels. My gut is destroyed. If I eat Nutella, I have to be careful how much I eat, because immediately the next day, my bowels are totally off, and it takes a handful of days before they come back to normal again. So it's really crazy how sugar does that to your gut, how sugar just destroys your gut. If you want to learn more about how to have a healthy gut, you can check on the video on the top 3 things that you can do to have a healthy gut. Question for you: I hope this video you found it helpful. Do you eat Nutella, and how much? And maybe will you eat less now that you know a little bit more about it and a little bit more about what you're actually eating? So let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. I will see you next week.